Hey everybody, it's Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and I have another amazing booth tour that is coming from Creativation 2021. So here I have with me Maker Forte and the owner and CEO, Alexandria Stapleton Smith. So let's bring her in and let's say hello, hello. Hey,
Hi,
how you
Erin.
doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. It's been a crazy week. Oh my gosh, did you have fun at Creativation?
It was great fun. Yeah, it's obviously being different, being virtual, and missed obviously seeing you and everyone else who we normally kind of meet and chat and things like that. But it was fun. I guess it was a way to connect on a different level doing it virtually.
Yeah, I mean, hardly any of us are actually being in person. So, but I still got a chance to meet up with a ton of people, including you. So it was great. I think how many different creativations? I think it's like been 4 or 5 that we've keep bumping into each other.
Yeah.
At least something like that. I don't know. We keep running around each other. It seems to be. But since I've last seen you, you have launched an amazing new company, Maker Forte. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. So, of course, I had the Hedgehog Hollow before, and we knew each other both as influencers. And having had the subscription box, so many people asked me, can you have these supplies in the subscription box outside of it? And we'd always made the deal that it was exclusive and a one-off. So we took the leap during COVID, 2 weeks after we moved states, which probably wasn't the best thoughts on timing, to launch Maker Forte. And the whole idea is it's about collaboration and innovation. So as we're going to chat about, I'm sure we have lots of signature designers, we have chemists, engineers, and it's all about doing things just a little bit differently and making sure it's all about the inclusivity of every crafter and every type of crafter.
I love it. So just behind me, you can see a ton. Here we go. Look at, and this is just a small little sampling of some of the products she has. I mean, she's got things I didn't even think I know I needed, but I absolutely love. And we're going to talk about this little guy shortly because it's just the cutest thing in the world. We're going to end with that because it's just adorable. So you have a whole line of amazing cardstocks, and I had to break a couple out, and they are nice. They're good. They're a good quality. They're not super flimsy. I think they're like the perfect weight for card making. And I love the vibrant colors. So I got a couple of samples. I think I'm trying to remember the name of this color. Great.
Yeah, it's great.
I love it. And then this one had a different name. It wasn't like lime or something. It had a different name to it. And I think it's because Hyde Park. So you guys were playing along with the fact that you're from England, right?
Yeah, so we have different collections. So we have a neons collection, which is our turn back time. So it's all about like 80s, 90s stuff. We have our pastels, which are ice cream flavors. Our skin tones, which are names of drinks, that we have latte and mocha and things like that. We have our like earth tones and rich colors are in our British collection. And then we have our American primaries, which are our primary brights. And then all of our other things that are metallic-y are based around space. And our neutrals are all about different types of weather, like cloudy, stormy. We call it with a chance of. So
with a chance of meatballs are going to come flying down any minute.
that's it.
For those of us that have kids, right? I don't know how many times I've seen that movie with my kids. I think, and then the second one came out, and oh my goodness, there's many movies that we have seen too many times in my house. Right. So you were talking about collaboration. You have a lot of stamps. I'm just going to show one real fast that you have collaborated with some of your designers. So this one is from Alex Siberia. I love this. This huge, beautiful 6x6 stamp. This thing is so pretty. And all the amazing little sentiments that are down here. I played around with this earlier. I had some fun. So I just played and I just, one of her colors with her grape. And I got to talk about these because I think these is about the best thing ever. So this is a set of papers. It's genius because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to get out of stamp sentiment. I'm just being lazy, but I really want a nice, pretty sentiment. So she has this beautiful paper pack. And inside of here are, I have one already pulled out. See, everybody started cutting them out. This one I think is my favorite sentiment right here. Baby, you're a firework. I love it. So on one side, it's all these amazing sentiments, and they're in different fonts, and they're beautiful. And one side's in white. And then I noticed the other side was reverse. So the baby or firework, I did kind of cut into that, unfortunately. But it's not just general sentiments. I noticed that there was ones that were for like Halloween or fall or Christmas. I think this is just genius. And this is one of the collaborations by Jess Francisco, which I think is cool.
Yeah, so this was actually Jess's idea. I had the pre-printed sentiment. She's like, well, could I hand letter some? And I said, that sounds great. So she did. You've got 24 sheets there. There's a sheet for every month of the year, and then you get 2 sheets, and they're double-sided. Plus, you can ink them, you can foil them. They have a toner on them, so you can.
They're toner
foil.
ready?
Yeah.
I love that. Oh, okay. I'm so totally going to play with that even more now. I was trying to read the back going, is it ready for that? And I was looking for the toner thing and I'm, yes. Because just playing with the foils and toner, it just brings like, I was just loving the fact that it was black on white and white and black, but it takes colors because you've got some mica powders and you've got some glitters and you've got some other fun stuff in here too. I mean, it's just like, it never ends. But this,
sure.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was saying like you were saying, there's just endless opportunities with the papers like that.
It is so cool. And she's also got all the tools to go with it. So as I was pulling out and I was messing with the mica powder here. So this is the one I was doodling around with this beautiful, beautiful stamp. So this is one of her mica powders here. It's called Kaleidoscope powder. I love that because it really does, as you hit the light on it, it really hits, you can see that kind of shine and sheen. And it's so, so easy to play with. And so I used her clear water-based ink pad here, and you can use it for, it says heat embossing, watermarking, and powder techniques. So with the Kaleidoscope powder. And I'm guessing you probably have a ton of colors to go with this too, right?
Yeah, we do. We have whites that show up with interference. So you put it on white and it comes out pink if you put it on black, or it looks like pearl if you put it on white. You can use them on light cardstocks and dark cardstocks. They'll both show up. There's glow in the darks, there's neons, there's all the primary colors, and we have some more on the way as well. I think 20 something.
Here's the best part. Look at the jar. It looks like it's a gem. Like she even went into such great detail about even the containers are super cute. I love that. Like she thought all about all this stuff. I mean, it's so adorable. I love it. So we have this, but then, okay, I got to show you the tools because these are so pretty. I'm going to bring out the big one first. Oops, there goes my thingy. Look at this. So this is a beautiful, beautiful brush. And it's got this rainbowness on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to pull it from the bottom. I had it hanging up, but I think it's so soft. And just look at this thing. Ooh, it's so pretty. So what would you use this big one for? Because you also have a little one. I'm going to pull this
so the little one, which is dual tipped. You can either, with the dual tipped one, you can either ink blend or you can apply the powders with it. And then we call the rainbow one our cleanup brush. So if you've worked with powders or glitter and you've got it all over your surface, gilding flakes, it's just a really nice, soft, big brush to clean up your work area. So keep that mess. But all our tools have that rainbow detail on.
It's so soft. I want to use it for my makeup, but I won't because it's my crafting one. You got to keep them separate. Don't mix and match your crafting and your makeup brushes. I mean, you could, but I don't think I'd want to put the makeup into the craft stuff and the craft stuff on my face. So. Not my thing. And then, so just to show a few other tools. So this one I think is genius. So a lot of us, and let me move some of this stuff out of the way so you guys can see this. This thing is so cool. Okay, I had to put little labels on here so I could hang them up, but okay. So not only is this super pretty, but most of the times, and this has been my biggest complaint, and you've solved this problem, we all have, like, this is a little sticker picker upper, correct? To pick up little tiny things.
Exactly.
And on the other side is the poking tool. And I don't know how many times I've had a poking tool where I rest it in a container or some sort of bin, and either it's this way and it gets a little bit dull, or you rest it sitting upwards like in a jar or something, and then you poke the crap out of yourself because it just pokes you. So she's figured out, guess what? We can put a lid on it and make it look really pretty and solves the problem. I love it. And then it's got a little something in the center that's just gorgeous. So pretty. And of course, the Maker Forte. I love your colors that you've done. All the beautiful, I guess, kaleidoscope color is the best way to describe it, right?
Yeah, we wanted it to be pretty, and I would choose pink, but I realized not every crafter wants pink all over their craft room. So it's like, well, what looks pretty but appeals to everyone? And I found the rainbow metal, and I thought it's perfect. So all of our tools have the rainbow metal detail on them.
Even her tweezers. It's so cool. I love it. I mean, it's just like, it's so fun. Okay. So you also have, this is one of your, so this is what I love. You are making your own stencils in-house now because you got a really cool new machine. And one of these I absolutely love. It is called the Spotlight one. So let's get a little closer into this thing. And I think you have some examples that you said from your design team has some.
Yeah. So this is how they've done.
They're so cool. So what I noticed is that these kind of go together. And is this the only set of the circles that go in there, or is there other versions too?
Spotlight 1 came out earlier in the month, and Spotlight 2 will come out on Saturday. So we'll have more, and we'll have more spotlights and interchangeables. But like you're using them there, you can use the circle. This one here, I ink blended the pink and the blue, and then added the kaleidoscope powder on the top. Or like this one, I did the two-tone. Or of course, you can just use it on its own to create a highlight in your card. So there's tons of different ways to use them.
See, again, you could just use, like you said, just the circle. And so you can use that with heat embossing or with just stenciling, however you want to, blending with inks. But then you can do the matte, which I think is really cool. And that's where this comes in, because this fits perfectly in there. And then that's which one had that you did one that had like this version where you used the matte on there. That one. That is so cool. Yeah. I love that. So you get that perfect crisp. And look, you use that cheers, that double-sided, what do you call it? What are you calling it? The collaboration.
All season sentiments, yeah.
All season sentiments. I was trying to find a nice, coming up with names for some of these products. How do you do that? You rock at this, because you come up with really fun names.
Yeah, we try to do the punny. We love the punny names.
They're cool. And so you also have, and I noticed this one was really cool. This was another stamp set. And I'm just grabbing stuff off my wall because I think they're so cool. And I love the fact that you have put the stamp in with the stencil. And this is another collaboration with Hedgehog Hollow. So here you can see the background, but you've also got the foreground. I love that. There's two pieces. I'm going to open this up so people can see.
Yeah, so this is
ripping the label.
Black. And then I used scene builders and things to build up the kind of story background. Or this one, I just laid the stencil down and used the kaleidoscope powders and didn't stamp anything. So it's two different ways to use it.
So pretty. And I love the horses. Are there others? I didn't look too closely. I'm sorry. I should have. But I'm assuming that there's...
Here to me. And there's Savannah Skies. And you can have a sneak peek. This one doesn't come out till Saturday, but this is Grand Canyon.
Ooh, that is so pretty. So they're all like really cool landscapes, all slimline size. That's really, really pretty. You need to come up with an ocean one. That would be really fun. That would be my pick. I love the oceans. That would be my, I want an ocean themed background, which leads me to this little guy. Oh my God, this thing is the cutest thing in the world. So what's it called?
So they're the Squid Buddy, and everyone names their own. People send us their names. Mine is called Squiggly, but people have called them Rose and Zero and all sorts of fun names. So there's so many different things. So if you name yours, you have to tell me what you name it. But the idea is it works as part of our cleaning system. So we have the Squid Buddy that you have there. We have an eco-friendly biodegradable cloth. Mine is very well loved. It does come clean. But it has a scrubby side and a rib side, and it's 100% natural fiber, so it never goes, smelly or moldy or anything like that. And then we also have our two cleaners. So we have our Squid Buster cleaning fluid, and I hate in my craft room having to have too many of the same things. So this is a stamp cleaner, stencil cleaner, work surface cleaner. It will work and de-ink everything. It takes the sticky off of stuff. And it doesn't leave behind any greasy residue, so you can use it on your glass mats and things. And then we have our Prime Time Stamp Primer and Conditioner. So when we get those big solid stamps like the silhouettes, and I know you've had this, Erin, where it sticks and it lifts your cardstock up, or it rips your cardstock, and you sit there and you say a few expletive words for a second. The idea is you spray this on, leave it for 60 seconds, clean it off, and your stamp will take ink much better, and a lot of that stickiness that's on the side you want to stamp with will go.
Very cool. So no longer do you have it when you're using a stamp positioner that you place it down, get your stamp perfectly, and all of a sudden the card picks up and you're like, fudgy fudge, and sugar.
That for you.
Let's say the nicer PG versions of those words right now. My child's sitting right there. I love that. So I always was wondering what was the point. Plus, I love it. It's cotton candy. You got to smell to it. I got to is it okay to spray on my hand?
Oh yeah. There's no nasties in any of our formulations. They're safe for everyone.
Smell like cotton candy. It does smell like cotton candy. That's so cool. Okay. And then the other one was cherry blossom. And I got a whiff of this one earlier, and it smells really good too. I hate sprays and cleaners and things that you spray and you're like, oh, it's just like offensive to be around. I love it when I won't drink it, but I will enjoy the fragrance of it while I'm using it very well. But I think I've called mine Squiddy because it's got
Squiddy. I like Squiddy.
Squiddy.
There you go.
It does. It's got little tentacles.
Personality. They just come with personality.
They do. I mean, it's got a little face on it. It's so stinking. My son's making a comment. It looks like it's the little octopus, or is it a squid? It's the squid from Finding Nemo because it's got the little tentacles and it's one. I make it twirl. You know what I'm talking about? Another movie I think we've watched way too often in my house.
Yep. Same here.
So how does this little guy work? Can I kind of show or can you example it? Because I think I have.
Yeah.
I was using the stamp earlier. So because it looks like there's two different sides to it.
Yeah. So he has a little sponge inside of him. And when he gets dirty, you can see mine is very, very well loved. You can put him in the washing machine or the dishwasher. Same with the Totally Awesome cloth. You can clean them either way. And then all you do is take your cleaner, spritz it on the top here, and then work that into your stamp and it will foam up for you. And the idea is these tentacles will get in all those little nooks and crannies, and then you just take your cloth and wipe your cloth afterwards, and it takes away anything that's left over. And then when you're cleaning your stencil, same thing. I actually like to spritz the stencil, and then you just use this to work off all the mediums on the bottom there, and off you go.
Nice. So it's better than just using a paper towel, because a paper towel gets stuck and it rips and it tears and it gets all kind of yuck on my stencil and my stamps too. I haven't found a really good way. So
you don't get any fluff or anything off of this, and it has a little scrubby side on it. So it's perfect for cleaning off all that ink and mediums and whatever else you put on there.
So this is where you brought your pink in, because you said you wanted to have everything pink. So you won on this one, huh?
I did. Although Emily is pushing for us to have a teal version too. So you never know. Teal.
I love teal. Blue, green, anything in that realm of colors, those are my favorites. Yep. So we have so many amazing people on. People are talking about they want to have smell-o-vision and they want to be able to, they're wondering, did you use like an essential oil or something in the scent to make it smell better? Or is it just...
It's just a cotton candy scent. I actually bought, originally, we started off with a pack of scents for slimes, found the ones we liked, and then went and found the proper scent. But that's kind of how we started it. So my girls can make a lot of scented slime. But yeah.
So there's a lot of like, smell this. What do you think? Smell this.
Yeah, what does this smell like? Before I tell you what it is, does this smell like what I think it does?
I love that. I would have loved to have been a fly in the wall as your kids were like, that smells like Bertie Bott's every flavor beans. Is like they're trying, like this smells like, which one is that? That's the vomit one. That would have been funny. All right. What did I miss? I haven't played with this yet, but I did notice you have this marshmallow paste and it says something about it's heat activated. That looks so cool. It sounds so awesome.
It's really fun. So I have a card here I made with it. So you get a bottle. It's really potent. A little bit will go a long way. Now it says paste, but I really recommend using it like a paint. So paint it on because it's potent. Otherwise you'll have marshmallows for days. So you paint it on and then you heat it with your heat tool and it comes out exactly like that, like a little jet puff marshmallow. So here I've done these little peeps. You could do Santa's beard, you can do snow, you can do the foam of waves, all sorts of different things that you can do with it. So it really adds a fun texture to your cards.
That is so cool. I can just like, it doesn't flake off. It's like permanent on there, right?
Yep.
Like it's like this fluffy texture. I love cards with textures or things to them that are just a little bit different than I love stamped images and a pretty card as well, but ones where I'm like, I can touch them and feel them. There's something about, that's why we do these crafts, is because we like to touch it and feel the whole thing about it. So awesome. Well, again, this is just a small smattering of the products that you can find. It's at Maker Forte. Link is down in the information section. Go check that out. They just had their half-year anniversary birthday. Yep. Awesome. And I'm pretty sure you guys just had some big milestones just happen within the company too, right? Besides that, you hit some pretty cool stuff.
We did. We hit some pretty cool milestones. I got my award last week. So it's been a lot of celebrations. We've got some really exciting new products still coming. So we're going to keep them coming.
Yay, I love that. So is there anything else you want to announce? You talked about some new products. You were hinting about something earlier before we went live.
Yes, so we have our launch party. Our new release will be available on Saturday. We'll go live at 4 p.m. and release that. And we're releasing our first set of ink pads. So we've had a black and a clear, but our first colors will come out, and they are true bright neons. They're so much fun. In fact, I can give you a little sneak peek here. This was a card I was making with some of the upcoming colors. So that's the floral you use, but you can see like how bright and fun they're going to be.
So how many new colors? It looks like there was about 4 or 5 on there.
So we're going to have 3 a month. So we have our first 3 coming out on Saturday, and then we'll have another 3 next month, and it'll just keep coming. There's some really great colors. We've themed it to the release as well. So.
And are they dye ink? Are they like blendable? Like what kind of inks are they? Are they water-based?
So they have a water base. They're water activated as well. And you can blend with them. So you can use our perfect blend to blend, or you can blend on regular cardstock. You can spritz them with water and you pull color out. And they're our own formulation. They come on a silicone pad, and they're a little bit more opaque than a traditional dye ink. So they're a really nice thick ink as well. So good coverage and super bright, vivid colors.
Plus, the container is so fun. I love it. And it's the same almost like size. So if you had other ones, or if you had kind of like a stamping, stacking, organizing tool, this would fit in with this. I love that. So you didn't go too big or too weird that it wouldn't fit with what we already had to help organize all of the other amazing inks that we have. So it fits right in there. Plus, they stack. I love things that stack.
And they also have the same footprint as the Tim Holtz Distress inks. So if you have the storage that they go in, they fit in as well.
Perfect. See, she's so smart. She thinks of all these things. And somebody said earlier, they were saying that they're so happy that you won the award. Yay! They're so happy for you. Congratulations. And that's not the first award you've won too. You've won an award a couple of different times. So that is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Very cool. So you have a design team for Hedgehog Hollow, and they can follow you guys on Hedgehog Hollow. And you have a YouTube. I mean, pitch yourself. Talk about where everybody can find, where they can see how to use your amazing products.
Yep. So you can find all the products at makerforte.com. Erin can use her link as well, and you can help support her channel too. So be sure to click that. And then you can also find us anywhere on social at maker.forte or at the Hedgehog Hollow. Make sure you put the THE at the beginning. Otherwise, there's some guy who loves hedgehogs and you get to the wrong site. So you might wonder what on earth there. So the Hedgehog Hollow everywhere, and at maker.forte.
Very cool. And you guys there's a ton of examples. I mean, you can see all the examples that she has in front of her. So check out her Instagram, her YouTube channels. Obviously, all the links are through her main site at Maker Forte and the Hedgehog Hollow. So very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I had a ton. Is there anything else you want to spill the beans on?
Nothing else I can tell you. Yeah. You have to stay tuned.
Darn. I tried. Everybody, I so tried. Maybe I'll just sneak that in there at the end and be like, oh, yes. And she'll just divulge something. She's too tight. Stinker. Tried. All right. Go check out all of her stuff. I love it. And her products are amazing. You guys know I'm going to be playing with these coming up, especially my little squiddy over here. I'm going to have fun. I am horrible about cleaning stamps, mostly because I don't like getting out that big stamp cleaner pad, and it takes up space. And that thing is so nice and small and cute that I think I'd be grabbing that a whole lot easier and using that to clean my stamps versus letting them just get nasty, because I have a bad habit of that.
Same.
It's awful. So hopefully this will help me solve my problem. Yay.
There you go.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to head over to all of her channels and all of her different social medias. Follow and like Hedgehog Hollow and also Maker Forte. They're an amazing company. And thank you so much, Alex, for joining me on this amazing virtual booth tour.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Erin.
I love it. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Gotta find the end. I always screw that up.